Today I will share with you why I created Bebonia Curly Hair Extensions. Hi, this is Soleil, creator of Bebonia. Watch this video to learn how we grew to be the brand we are today. Before Bebonia, I actually was in corporate America. I sold technology to large corporations for many years. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many because I don't want to age myself, but I did that for a long time, and that was very impactful in making the decision to start my own company. And the reason is because I loved wearing hair extensions because I always liked adding more volume and length to my natural hair, but I never felt confident enough to wear my natural texture out because I did feel as though it didn't look very professional, and therefore it wasn't very well received when I'd go to these companies and I'd meet with C-level executives. So throughout my career, I always felt internally that I couldn't wear my hair naturally curly. I had all these things against me. Not only was I a woman in business, but I also was a minority, or am a minority. I'm a Latina with an accent. On top of that, I'm gonna wear my hair curly to an event or to a meeting. It was just like a lot. So I decided I can only wear my hair straight, and I'd wear straight extensions. Imagine the nightmare every single morning having to straighten my natural hair in order to match these straight extensions. Like, the texture just never went. And so I'd spend hours early in the morning frying my hair and just like heat styling it in order for it to blend. So simultaneously, I had a wonderful career, but I just didn't feel fulfilled. And I decided that I really needed to focus on something that was near and dear to my heart, where I can contribute to a larger community and where I can just do me and run my own business. So that's when I decided to leave corporate America and launch Bebonia. So when I left corporate America, I wasn't exactly sure what I was gonna do, but I did know that I had a passion in beauty. So I started going to trade shows, and simultaneously at that moment, I decided to not heat and style and straighten my hair anymore. So I was personally going through a tremendous transition, not only with my hair, but also with my career. And I thought that was a very beautiful moment and path in life, because that's when it was just like serendipitous. So I figured out that I wanted to start a hair extension brand, and that I also wanted to self-fund and operate my own company. When I started going to trade shows, I realized that there wasn't a big focus on hair extensions specifically for curly hair humans. And I'll say that again, no one wanted to really focus on that 1,000%, because as we all know, as curly hair people, it's super challenging, you know, it's a big thing. So I became extraordinarily obsessed with it. All I did was play with hair extensions and try to really figure out a real solid method and a product that I truly, genuinely, wholeheartedly believed in. To be honest, it was a very vulnerable stage in my life because I felt as though I was stepping into a new territory altogether. Not only with myself going through my journey, and as you can see here, I did go through this curly hair journey, but also developing a company and creating and operating a business. So I had a ton of experience working for someone else and generating a bunch of revenue for other companies, but this was a whole different animal. And I started this brand very bootstrapped, and what that means is just like it was kind of like I didn't want an investor, I wanted to self-fund it, and I thought the best way to do this is just keep things very lean, like don't spend too much money where I didn't have to. So then I had to create a name, and I figured I wanted the name to be very mysterious in a way, not super obvious, and a word that people found it easy to pronounce. And so we toyed around with so many different words, and this is within my family. Finally, one day I was spending time with my father. Everyone in my family calls me Beba, which means baby in Spanish. And because I am the youngest of pretty much all the kids. So he called me Bebonia, and I was like, wait a minute, that's such a cool word. He called me Bebonia just because he's like, you don't really look like a baby anymore, so I think he just enhanced it so that it had more personality. I really thought that it mirrored and resembled what I was going for in the brand. And that's how I decided to name the business Bebonia. Great, so I had a name, I had the concept, I had a viable product, that it was time to launch the brand, and I was fortunate enough to be invited to the New York Hair Show because of some wonderful people that did help me out in the beginning of the business. Helped me get a little spot in the show, and then I saw how excited everyone was when they saw the actual product itself, and that's when I was like, okay, this is the thing, so let's do this. And Bebonia was born. So starting my own business was a very humbling experience because at this stage in my life I had like a solid track record and career. So when I started the brand, I did definitely have to cut back a lot, significantly, and part of that meant doing a lot of things for the company on my own. And so I had like this tiny beyond small apartment in New York City. It was so small that I could touch my sink and my stove from my bed. And in this apartment, I ran Bebonia, and I had inventory in this tiny apartment under, like in the truddle, the bottom part of the bed, and I'd run after all of the mail people when I'd see them, like the mailman, just to give them the packages to ship out to you guys. So it was like, it was so much fun, and in retrospect, I look back and I think I'm so happy that I went through all of these steps in order to get to this point, because I can share this story with new entrepreneurs and with people that are looking at starting new businesses, because it's important to experience different facets of your business in order to evolve as a founder and as a company owner and operator. But yeah, I did do that. I ran after postman, I managed all of the shipping and returns, I did customer service, I had to just feel super vulnerable in front of a camera. I'm not by any means an influencer, but I had to almost become one. And it's very, like it's hard. It's hard to get in front of the camera and talk about your product and kind of feel super shy about it. So that did happen, and it's still happening today. And we couldn't be here if it weren't for all the love and support that we've gotten from our curly hair community. So I honestly cannot thank you enough. So we have a very small team now of very, very talented, beautiful humans that I love working with. And our just internal values is just, they're very solid, and it's about integrity, community, authenticity, and respect. And this is something that I hold near and dear to my heart for you guys as well. Main thing that we've noticed that everyone feels once they clip in their Bebonia extensions is just this tremendous, powerful boost of confidence. I really hope that you enjoyed hearing this story from me, and I'm super happy to help any other entrepreneurs that are starting their business in any which way. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below, and just make sure to follow our channel, subscribe to our channel, turn on the bell so that you can hear once we post any new videos here. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.